Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, here we go again. It was many, many years ago. Now, if you've watched these videos for any length of time, you know that I worked for the jail, I ran the jail, things of that nature. But how about your boy tell you about the time he almost went to jail? My wife was doing or at that point in time, my girlfriend, who had been living with me for about 6 months, was in the process of going through a divorce. She had left him probably a year before, and he was being somewhat of an ass. And she was doing one of those print out the paperwork, fill it out, submit it, pay the fines. Hey, I get a divorce, especially since he wasn't contesting. The idiot seemed to think since he didn't show up to court that they were still married, and she was committing whatever you call it when you cheat on your husband. But anyway, about a month before this, I had gotten a dare. I work for Communication Specialists Incorporated, and I was the office manager, and a couple of captains and a few other people came in from the sheriff's office. And Captain Richard Mitchum recognized my name. He says, "I remember you. You can fight." He turned around and proceeded to tell the other captains that he had pulled up, was going to go buy a washer dryer for my mom and dad, and he pulls up, sees me in a fight with two guys, with a few other guys standing around, and I'm whooping the hell out of them. I'm tearing them up. See, I'm not one to fight, but when I do, I fight like that third monkey going on the Noah's Ark, and brother, it's starting to rain. I fight to win. Well, he runs up, and I'm thinking somebody else is about ready to jump in, and he big old tall fella, a couple of years older than me. I said, "What, you want some too?" "No, I'm here to help you." "Do I look like I need help?" Well, he proceeds to tell his fellow captains the entire story, and that after I was done whooping her ass, I said, "Are we done? Do y'all want me to call your mom and dad to come get you? Do y'all need a ride home? I'll be happy to take you. But this is over with. You come next time I'm going to send you to the hospital." Well, Captain Mitchum was impressed that not only did I whoop somebody's ass, that I kept my cool. That's just how I was. It wasn't personal. And he asked me if I could still do that. I said, "You talking about whooping ass?" "Yes, sir. Except now I can do it a little bit better." He's like, "Why is that?" "Well, back then I used to be afraid of being hurt. I hurt every day anyway, so I ain't afraid of that. And I'm pretty good about keeping my temper. Now, God help somebody if I ever really lose it." Now, I tell that to tell the fact that I made the comment that I moved away from El Dorado 20-something years ago, moved back to a place that badly needed to be flushed, and there was a criminal element here that needed to go bye-bye. And I said I wish there was something I could do. Well, that man brought in a nice thick application when he came by to pick up them radios, and he laid it down. I said, "What's this?" "You said you think there's something that needs to be done. Handle it. I dare you. I heard you like dares." I just put my head down and thought, some bitch. Well, business was slow that day, so I went ahead and filled it out and left it sitting there on the desk. I did it in its completion. And the next day was Friday. I only worked half a day. Now, on Fridays, not much happened. I was only there for 4 hours. I generally spent it cleaning out the warehouse because nobody else was going to do it. We didn't have any employees, and as office manager, I felt it was my job. I showed up in a pair of ripped up jeans, wallet chain made out of skulls, big old belt buckled up my skulls, necklace, something like this, the earrings, the watch, the bracelets, all the skulls, Maltese cross, all this. I rode my bike that day. I had no intention of seeing anybody. In fact, the front door was locked. I was back in the warehouse cleaning. And by the time I got done, and the funny thing is I had a wild hair up my backside. And I had let my hair grow out for 2 or 3 days, and I just shaved a strip right down the middle, or shaved everything but a strip down the middle. left myself a little bit of a mohawk. Somebody told me where the sheriff's office was. I drove my bike out there. I parked it right by the flagpole. Somebody came by and told me I couldn't park there. I said, looks like I did, and I walked inside. When I handed the receptionist, yeah, this big, tall, gray-haired fella, I've heard about you. They're waiting on you. Man, I hit instant panic. I'd been there 6 months. I thought, what the hell have I done to get a warrant or something? Next thing I know, Captain Mitchum comes out, looks me up and down, and says, you'll do. That's what I have to do. And he walks me straight into the sheriff's office. Well, it took me about 5 minutes being in there before I realized they were offering me a job. I talked to them. I'd done security. Yeah, I'll whoop ass. I'll do I do what you tell me to do. Let me think about it. I got a job right now. Because they weren't really offering any pay raise. I was already making the same amount of money they were offering. Let's get back to my wife's divorce. I'm headed in the elevator to go up to the 3rd floor where divorces were held by Judge Singleton. Single shot, I later found out his name is. And Captain Mitchum happened to be in there with an inmate, and he says that offer, he made sure he told me that offer still stands. I said, I'm still considering it, sir. I appreciate it. I'm still considering it. Well, my wife goes up in front and says, you have to be separated from your husband for 6 months, and in the state of Arkansas, you have to have a witness. I walked up as polite as could be. He goes, sir, and you are here for, I'm the witness, Your Honor. And you're going to tell me that that young lady has not been with her husband in the last 6 months? And I said, not unless he's hiding under my bed, sir. She's been with me. See, I wasn't used to Arkansas judges. They didn't have quite a sense of humor. A few people giggled, and that's how I meant it, just funny joke. Captain Mitchum knew that Judge Singleton would look at that as disrespect, pulled out his handcuffs, and was walking. I didn't find this out until later, much later, but he was walking down the aisle to put handcuffs on me. Judge waved them off, went on about his business. Evidently, Mitchum was about a couple of feet behind me before he put them cuffs away. Funny thing is Captain Mitchum, on the day I finally accepted the job and I started, he told me, by the way, you're going to be pulling bailiff duty in Judge Singleton's court today. You know, if he hadn't waved me off, I'd arrested you. And he proceeds to explain the other side of the story. Well, by that time, I'd had a goatee, and the sheriff's office said you couldn't have a goatee, so all the jewelry, the watches, the skulls, and everything's gone. I'm in a nice, neat, pressed uniform. He didn't recognize me. So during one of the breaks, I said, hey, Judge Singleton, you remember me? He didn't. I told him, well, unless he's been hiding under my bed for the last 6 months, yes, sir, she's definitely separated. They hired you? Yes, sir, they said they needed somebody tough to handle you because you were one shot, single shot. It was, oh, Lord, have mercy. What have they done? I ended up becoming one of his favorite bailiffs, and he became one of my favorite judges. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Catch y'all on the flip side.